Hello again, everybody. Todd Michael Putnam from Creative Adventure Tables bringing you another adventure table idea. And this is Abandoned Borders. Abandoned Borders. And I don't have a specific plot line to this. It's more just a general concept idea that would be easy to integrate in probably almost any campaign. So the idea is that there's a borderland between the elves and the humans. The elvish lands over here on the right, as you can see, with the purple and blue trees and pink trees and whatnot, and the human borderlands over here on the left-hand side. And there had been fortifications and stuff because obviously tensions would raise and lower between the two nations as time goes on. But as time passed, between war and disease and natural disasters and everything else is going on, this particular set of borderlands has basically just been abandoned by both sides, and the waterway going in between, there's a river going between the borders, and it's separated by some pretty tough rocks that are on either side of it that make it difficult to pass anyway, just to begin with. That basically has been left to be the only immediate thing that you can see that's a challenge between getting from one side to the other, and of course the old fortifications from the elves and some encampments and fortifications from the humans. However, because it's been abandoned for so long, this is where the GM gets to use some imagination. There could be almost anything. Like in this area over here, I didn't put actual minis out, but I can put some in just a second. But of course, there could be like roving dire wolves, all depending on the level of your party, of course, but roving dire wolves that are going along. Or you might have, if they're a little bit higher level, like a large giant that wanders along this side of the riverbank and has made it his home, and who does not care to have it be intruded upon. And of course, the attempt of the players to go from the human lands into the elven lands for whatever reason. They could be seeking an artifact, could be on their way to some other location that they're trying to get to. There could be a sage or somebody that they're trying to get information from. There could be a high-level wizard that they need to learn a spell from, or an ancient cleric of incredible high level that's able to resurrect a party member. For whatever reason, they're trying to get from the human lands into the elven lands. And so on the human side of it, there could be wolves, there could be giants, there could be berserkers or human nomads and stuff that just cover this type of area. And then on the other side, on the elven side, it could be covered. It could be swarms of goblins that are all along in these rock sections right here, or gnolls or orcs or anything of that nature. What makes it good, if you look at this area, all of these rocky areas have places that our minis can stand on, and so it would make for an area that's a lot of cover. So like the goblins or the orcs or whatever on the other side could shoot their arrows and then drop down and get full cover behind the rocks, which would make crossing the river very, very dangerous. Of course, it'd be slow movement going through the river itself, and then they'd get a whole bunch of free plink shots at them. So it would make it, you could sit there and just shoot your arrows back and forth over and over again, but eventually at some point you're going to have to charge across if you want to actually try and get somewhere. So that's what that rocky section makes it so difficult there. What else could be there? Easily you could just decide, oh, there's a red dragon that's taken up residence on the top of one of these towers, and he can fly anywhere along the borderlands, and he's the reason why that area has been abandoned, is because he's basically claimed it as his own, and the elves have not been able to dislodge him. So that's a possibility. Another thing that you could have is there could be the spirits or the elves who've died in battle have risen up, kind of like in the Lord of the Rings movies when Aragorn summons the army of the dead. There could be elves here that will summon up, and anyone that tries to go past these borders, they will sweep in, and you'd have to fight against the army of the elven spirits or whatever. So there's lots of possibilities for what you could actually do with a borderland setup like this between two nations. The first thing to say is this section right here, what it's made from is from 3D prints from Call to Arms, which is a Skyrim inspired game. I can't think of the company right now that does it, but if you just look up Call to Arms, there's an actual game official game from for Skyrim. Mophidius.net. That's it. Mophidius. Mophidius, I think it is, .net, is who makes this stuff right here. So that's where that comes. And that's also these blue buildings right here. These are also 3D prints that you can get, and I can rotate around onto the other side real quick, and you can see what they look like. And there's some other ones that you can print up as well, but just to give you some idea of what you can do for the broken towers. These are obviously the broken watchtower from Skyrim, right outside of Whiterun. Couldn't think of the name for a second there. So that's where those two things came from. The battle mat itself, this guy right here, I want to say that's from Deep Cut Studios. I could be wrong, but I believe that's from Deep Cut Studios. And then all the rest of it is Monster Fight Club. These trees right here are from Monster Fight Club. The rocks are all Monster Fight Club. All along here, all of these rocks, these bushes right here are Monster Fight Club. If you just get up close there, you can see the detail that they put into these things. They're really fantastic, and all these are perfect for standing little 28mm minis on top of and having interesting combat. So they did a great job with those. These here are the waterway tiles. On the flip side is their cobblestone roads, which are great. So these are extremely useful for, you can flip them to either way, to either be rivers or cobblestone roads. So that's there. Again, you can see the little bushes and stuff. This guy right here is the mascot for Monster Fight Club. He's pretty cool, so I like to keep him in my videos. And then the same with the rest of the trees are also all Monster Fight Club. So, and you can just take them, and some of them are like you can do double. They have different canopies, and you can just layer them on top of one another in order to make different sizes. This one here, actually, I put a bush on the top of it and a second canopy on top of the tree. So, and by doing that, it makes that tree different from the other trees that are up there. It has a different height to it. So lots of things that you can do here with Monster Fight Club and Call to Arms action game, and of course battle mats from either WizKids or, in this case, I believe it's from Deep Cut Studios. That is it. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I will see you guys next adventure. Take care. Bye.